Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Wide, get wide.
Leo, slam, there, go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That's how we do.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second and 10. Johnson's got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready, go!
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Elliott. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. It's just me and you. It's just
General, West, shift Foxtrot. Ready, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ready. 30 base, let's go.
58, right there. Watch the run, watch the run. Sponge,
rock.
No.
Ready.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bandit.
Bravo.
2nd and 9 now.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Let's go, baby.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Check 43.
Ready.
Now Elliott. going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to
Easy
about the
move.
2.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
58, Mike. Hot.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Got it.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is
Not today,
3rd and
Mark.
goal.
Not today. Set, go.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, it's about teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge for the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Go! Check out. Right, 675.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Alert flare, alert flare,
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Right there in the middle, 55.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check out. Watch 627. Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
290.
I smell fear in that offense.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11Z.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Geis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Nice play, baby.
That'll
Nice play.
wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
Get off the field.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Locke. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. It'll be Love to try and get the 1st. 1:55 left to go in the 1st half of play.
All day, baby, all day.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Come on,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They're going to look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
56 is the mic. Here we go. Check.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reuben Foster. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I go.
He'll drop to throw.
Check safety. Check safety.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A big gain on the play, but it's 3rd down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's one. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
In your face.
Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming out.
A shotgun snap for Love. And he finds McLaurin. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He wasn't ready.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We taking wins home. Hey, Delta.
Watch 85. Come on.
You Reggie.
Joker.
Gone right.
Check. Watch the ship.
Out of the gun. Love.
Watch the ship.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. They'll fake it. Now Locke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, keep it up. Check 80 weapon. Buzz. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's just me and you.
Alpha.
It's just me and you.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check it back.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
You think you're going to get this? Monday.
Slam.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Here's Locke. Got a man. It's Brown. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
A gain of
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, QB, come on.
To throw is Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watching the 5.
Wants to run.
Hey,
They're running it.
Ringo, Ringo. Ringo, Ringo.
Mike,
On first down, it's Long. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
let's go, D.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Locke. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Luck. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Play it, play it, play it, play it, play it, play it.
12.
Throwing on third down. Love.
I got you, son.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis.
Go, run it.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. After the run, Luck going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch.
66. Bullet high.
2nd and 9 now.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Kim. Smoke. 4 down.
Shut up.
4 down.
They'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Off. Check.
Exit.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Charlie.
58, boys. 58. Mike. Stop.
Hard.
Kill. Turn up.
Ready, go.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All day, every day, any day. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey. I can't believe they let you play.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Ready.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
I'm coming.
Mike 56. Mike 56. He don't know no better.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Why? Who?
Come to our world.
Ready, go.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Mexico!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Exit. He's checking. Crash.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
That's good for the Washington Redskins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Geis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
All day.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Redskins, locker room as they start this season 1-0. And